Ever zoned out during a crucial moment, like that morning meeting after pulling an all-nighter, only to realize your brain just switched off? It's a frustrating experience many of us have faced, but new scientific insights reveal it's far more than simple distraction. Your brain is actually triggering a remarkable fluid-based phenomenon while you're mentally checked out. These fleeting moments of attention loss are especially prevalent among those battling sleep deprivation. Yet pinpointing exactly what unfolds in the brain during these mental blackouts has long puzzled researchers. Fortunately, cutting-edge scans have now illuminated the process, uncovering that zoning out triggers a significant shift, a surge of fluid exiting the brain, which recedes once focus returns. As Dr. Laura Lewis, a leading researcher at MIT in Boston, explained, the instant attention wanes, this fluid wave begins to surge. It's not merely neurons ignoring the surroundings. A substantial shift in brain fluid occurs simultaneously. Lewis collaborated with Dr. Zhenong Yang to probe the tired brain, focusing on the attention failures that might explain why drowsy drivers veer off course or exhausted animals fall prey to predators. In their experiment, 26 participants alternated wearing an EEG cap, a device that tracks brain electrical signals, while positioned inside an fMRI scanner, which maps brain activity and physiological shifts. Volunteers underwent tasks requiring quick reactions, such as responding to an audible tone or spotting when crosshairs on a screen morphed into a square. Tests occurred after a full night's rest at home and following a lab-supervised night of complete sleep deprivation. Predictably, performance dipped sharply under sleep loss, with slower or absent responses. But here's where it gets intriguing. These attention slips were accompanied by eye-catching brain transformations. Imaging showed a pulse of cerebrospinal fluid, the clear liquid that cushions and nourishes the brain, being ejected from the brain right as focus faded, only to flow back a second later once the lapse concluded. Such fluid movements are typically observed during deep slumber, where they play a role in clearing out metabolic byproducts that accumulate throughout the day, much like how a house gets cleaned during off hours. Further observations noted that participants' pupils narrowed about 12 seconds prior to the fluid's departure and widened again post-lapse. Additionally, breathing rates and heartbeats slowed, as detailed in the study published in Nature Neuroscience. https://10.1038s41593-2502988. While many aspects remain to be explored, these episodes appear to arise when the brain struggles to balance everyday cognitive tasks with vital upkeep, usually reserved for sleep. It's essentially the brain seeking a brief respite, Yang noted, and this is the part most people miss. These aren't random glitches. They might be intentional pauses for maintenance. Professor Bill Wisden, Dr. Ria Kotosaki, a neuroscientist at UCL, described these changes as coordinated biological occurrences resembling the start of sleep, where attention drops aren't passive but deliberately orchestrated to grant the brain a mini recharge. She added, as counterintuitive as it sounds, these risky moments could actually be the brain's defense mechanism. Picture them as mandatory service breaks. The brain briefly abandons external awareness to handle critical internal chores. This perspective introduces a provocative twist. Could these lapses, often seen as dangerous weaknesses, truly be protective strategies? Is the brain smarter than we give it credit for, forcing a timeout to prevent bigger breakdowns? Such interpretations challenge conventional views on sleep deprivation as purely negative, sparking debate on whether we should embrace or combat these mental pauses. Do you think these fluid waves are a sign of the brain's resilience or a red flag for trouble? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree these are helpful pit stops, or do they just exacerbate the problems of tiredness? Let's discuss.